Hey everyone, what's going on? Christopher, the video game historian here, and yes, this is a new video from me. Your eyes don't deceive you. Yes, that is Call of Duty gameplay you're watching, and yes, this is a Call of Duty centric video. No, I haven't hit my head or been replaced by a robot or an imposter, at least I don't think so, and I am genuinely making a Call of Duty video mainly because of the announcement of Black Ops Cold War releasing later this year. Now before I begin this video, I do want to apologize for any background noise, as there is construction going on outside my apartment, as we are unfortunately in the middle of road construction season here in Pennsylvania. Now for those of you who have seen any of my other videos, you might know that I'm a gun guy. I like guns, I like shooting guns, and I like learning about them, how they work, and reading up on the fascinating histories about them. And with the news about the newest Call of Duty taking place during the Cold War, I thought I would do a video about Cold War firearms. In fact, for this video I'm going to be taking a look at a few possible weapons that we could see in Black Ops Cold War this fall. Now, this is not going to be an extensive or comprehensive list of firearms developed or used during the Cold War era, and in fact I'm going to be leaving out all of the guns already featured in the original Black Ops game, especially since a few of those weapons have already been confirmed to return for Cold War, as well as a few new ones, which I have not included in my speculation here. And on that note, let's take a look at 12 firearms that could potentially appear in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, the Cold War spanned a period of 4 decades, from the 1950s to the very early 1990s. And as such, I am only going to speculate 2 guns from each category, starting with the pistols. Now, while the Makarov pistol appeared in the first Black Ops game, it is still possible that we could see another 9x18mm pistol show up in Cold War, with either the Polish P64 or the P83. Both were gas blowback operated pistols and chambered in 9x18mm, just like the Makarov. Now, while it had some similarities to both the Walther PPK and the Russian Makarov, this was neither, as it was designed and produced in-house in Poland and issued to their military and police forces. In 1984, the P64 would be replaced by its big brother, the P83, which could carry 8 rounds in a single-stack magazine versus the 6 of the P64. Another pistol that could be featured in Cold War that was not in Black Ops 1 is the GLOCK, specifically the GLOCK 17, which appeared in 1982 by Austrian gunmaker Gaston Glock. The significance of this pistol was that it was the first successful polymer frame striker-fired pistol on the market, and after several trials by the Swedish, Norwegian, and Austrian militaries, was quickly adopted by each as the pistol outperformed its competitors, such as the SIG P220 and 226, the Steyr GB, and Beretta's 92. Not only would the Glock 17 be adopted by these militaries and more, but the gun also became the standard NATO classified sidearm, as it had surpassed all prior NATO durability standards. Even today, the Glock 17 and the Glock family as a whole is widely popular with militaries around the globe, as well as gun enthusiasts. Sticking with pistol caliber rounds, let's take a look at submachine guns. While the Korean War and World War II would be the last major conflicts that would see an extensive use of submachine guns in combat, they were nevertheless continued to be improved upon and manufactured throughout the Cold War period. One submachine gun we could see added is the British Sterling, or the Spanish copy, the CETME C2. Despite the Sterling submachine gun coming into service in 1944, it did not start to replace the British Sten until 1953, and has seen service in the Korean and Vietnam Wars, as well as the Suez Crisis and countless other conflicts even up to the present day. It was chambered in 9x19mm Luger, but there was also a prototype variant that was chambered in 7.62 by 51mm NATO. That's right, a full rifle cartridge. The CETME C2, on the other hand, was designed in the early 1960s and looked nearly identical to the Sterling, though did not share any compatibility between it, and was also chambered in 9x23mm Largo for domestic use in the Spanish military. Both would fit right in Cold War. The second submachine gun for my list is the Walther MPL, which was a German-designed firearm made by Walther in the early 1960s. This was an open-bolt gas blowback submachine gun chambered in 9x19mm Luger. Now, while sales for this gun were not great and led to their discontinuation in 1983, they were still issued to and used by not only several German police forces, but also by the Mexican Navy. In addition to the 10.2-inch Lange barrel, Walther also produced this gun with a shorter 6.8-inch Kurz barrel, leading to the designations MPL and MPK, with both having a folding wire stock. Now, while these guns were not very popular, they were still interesting guns developed during a time when most manufacturers were turning towards automatic rifle development and away from submachine guns. Still, they would both have a place in Cold War this fall. Now let's move on to bigger caliber firearms that could make an appearance in the game with shotguns. Shotguns first saw combat back in World War I, and the Germans quickly decried it inhumane, and since have continued to see service well into the modern day, with several popular shotguns being developed during the Cold War, such as the Remington Model 870. The 870 is a 12-gauge shotgun that was initially developed in the 1950s as a more modern and streamlined shotgun designed to compete with their competitor, the Winchester Model 12. Since its introduction, it has become the best-selling shotgun in history and issued to not only various militaries and police and security forces around the globe, but even, and I swear I kid you not on this, the US Department of Education. Now, on the opposite side of the most popular shotgun in history that was given to the US Department of Education for whatever reason is a peculiar Soviet-designed shotgun created from blemished barrels of a 23mm aircraft gun, and that is the KS-23. Designed in 1971 by Tulsky Zavod, this shotgun was built using rejected aircraft gun barrels, making it an approximately 4-gauge shotgun. The cartridge that is used in this shotgun is a whopping 23x75mm round. Despite it being designed in 1971, it would not actually see service until the mid-1980s during the Soviet-Afghan War. It would also be used by various Eastern Bloc countries such as Russia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and even Vietnam, and would be a unique firearm to have in Call of Duty. Anyway folks, that's it for part 1. I wanted to have all 12 guns in the same video, but this was just getting a bit too long for my liking when it comes to video length. Now, I will cover light machine guns, rifles, and assault rifles in tomorrow's video, but until then, what do you think of my list so far? Do you think we will get any of these guns in Cold War? And if not, what are some firearms you would personally like to see in the new Call of Duty? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media with Twitter at RealHistoryOf. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow with part 2.
You had more kills.